Yo, what's up, Blackest fam? It's your boy B. We're coming at you with another reaction, and we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to go back in time. We love the lyrics, right? We love breaking down bars of that real hip hop, and we're fans of authenticity, right? When you think of authentic in hip hop, you think of legends like Nas, right? That have longevity in the game, have proven they are who they say they are. Tupac, right? But there's some cats that are just lost. Because they lost to the game, not because they weren't sick and lyrical, but they were taken out, right? One person that comes to mind is Big L. A lot of people, if you're old school, you kind of know Big L. People were like, "Yo, this cat is sick." Even people like Nas were scared, right? They said, "Yo, when I first heard Big L, I was like, yo, if I gotta come and bring it at this level." Like Big L was known for his wordplay. I want to break down one of Big L's songs. This is a song that actually has Tupac on it. It's called Deadly Combination. But I think it's important that we remember some of these cats from yesteryear, like Big Pun, right? Big Pun, it was like 400-pound Puerto Rican cat from New York. With Big Joe, with Fat Joe, right? He could flow, right? But Big L kind of slips under that radar. He wasn't here that long. This cat was born in 1974. And he died in '99. And this cat is from Harlem, right? He's from New York. He became one of the most well-known in the underground scene, and he was eventually signed to Columbia Records. He did release an album, but he was shot February 15th of 1999. He was shot 9 times, and I believe the face and chest, 9 times in East Harlem, and he, of course, died of his injuries. Let's get right to it.
Baby, that's how we do it. Follow me, tell me if you feel me. I think niggas trying to kill me. Picture this, spitting hollow points in they dream me. Keeping it.
Woo, spitting hollow points. When we break down something like this, I think it's important for context, especially for the people that aren't from the hood, that might be saying, okay, picture and pistol, spitting hollow points. They might just be thinking of bullets, right? I think it's important to acknowledge what a hollow point bullet is. It's a specific type of bullet. It's sometimes referred to as an expanding bullet. So it expands on impact, and it causes a more lethal hit without going any further than it needs to. Hollow point bullets are used for what's called controlled penetration, where let's say if there were over penetration, you get what's called collateral damage, right? We saw that recently with the police were in a standoff outside of a shopping mall, and they let loose and killed some cat. But there was a young lady that was in a dressing room, and she unfortunately caught one of those stray bullets, right? So you think of somewhere like an aircraft, somewhere with really thin walls, right? You want to be able to control where you're shooting. So in target shooting, they're used that you really have greater accuracy. So they're more accurate and predictable compared to pointed bullets, and despite having a higher what they call BC. But it's just a different form of bullet, but it's a very specialized bullet.
Real, and even if I do conceal my criminal thoughts.
Conceal, right? He's talking about pistols, but now he's talking the wordplay, right? He's talking about keeping it real. And even if I do conceal my criminal thoughts, but think about the wordplay. Nowadays, we'll think of concealing a weapon, right?
Preoccupied with keeping still, see niggas as false. Sitting in court, turn bitches they used to be real, but now they petrified bitches.
You think of someone like Tekashi 6ix9ine, right? Or the snitch culture. Who's the cat, My Son? When he did that freestyle on Funkmaster Flex, he references the change and how the world works, right? It used to be so not cool to snitch. And nowadays, people are putting their business on Instagram, on Facebook. Right? He talks about movies like Frank Lucas, American Gangster. And y'all hyping it up, going riding this man's coattails. Man, Frank Lucas was a snitch, right? It wasn't the fact that he made moves in Harlem and he was able to get the drug game to a certain level and got his money. That's not what we're referring to. We're referring to when he got caught up. He snitched on everybody. And he got, in return, he got a plea bargain. Like, yo, that's not cool, right? Who thought that was? Why y'all talking like the movie's cool and supporting this movie? You're supporting a stupid snitch, right?
They sending armies out to bomb me, listen to Ron. The only DJ that can call me constantly armed.
Yeah, I want to run it back just a few seconds and make sure we're not missing anything. But he references a DJ named Ron. Yeah, listen, armies out to bomb me, listening to Ron. The only DJ that can call me. I believe he's talking about DJ Ron G, if I'm not mistaken. It's actually a dude that worked with both Tupac and Biggie.
He's out to bomb me, listen to Ron. The only DJ that can call me constantly armed. My firepower keep me warm. I'm trapping the storm and fuck the world till I'm gone.
Bro, his flow, right? His cadence and these really technical terms. I don't know if he knew what he was doing. He was just putting, that was his style, right? Well, listen to how he manipulates the words to ride the beat.
Word is born, you get torn. I'm busting on Giuliani, rubbing my niggas wrong. And then it's on. Before I leave, picture me, I'm spitting that bump. Bitches and hustling to be free. What?
Right? Yo, busted on Giuliani. That was, he eventually became Mayor Giuliani. I met him actually out here in Chicago when he was running for president. But that's what he's talking about. Giuliani had a very tough stance on crime. Even though he was connected himself in different ways.
Me said it, niggas don't want it, you can get it, but make these jealous niggas mad. I said it, this thug like nigga, we don't cater to you hoes. Fuck with me, have 100 motherfuckers at your door with both foes.
Yo, and it's just, man, you can argue. You might not like what Tupac says, but you gotta say, man, this cat was as authentic as it came, because he was out here doing this dirt. But he was also fighting for civil rights, trying to put people on knowledge, right? He was out here taking bullets and living this thug life too. But it's important to understand not just what you see on the surface level, but what Tupac stood for.
Yeah, nigga.
Yo, Big L.
I be that young, pretty, fly, smooth, glorious.
Listen to that flow.
Bad boy, just like Notorious Big, a Rockefeller like Sean Carter.
Jay-Z,
more
right?
games than Ron Harper.
Ron Harper was a power forward for the Chicago Bulls. A little more game than Ron Harper. He's referring to the Bulls. Rockefeller like Sean Carter, that's Jay-Z, right? Bad Boy, just like the Notorious Big. Bad Boy was his record label with P. Diddy. They're just a play on words, right? That's what he's known for. But his voice, too, he just got that Harlem sound, right? That New York sound and just that flow.
Like Sean Carter, with more games than Ron Harper. The bomb sparker, rapper / Ron Robber. While y'all be on the corners bumping it high, I be out buying the finest shit money can buy. You wish you was in the position that I'm in. Hot rhyming, diamond shining, autograph signing. My lifestyle
is Big Boy talking. But, yo, you would say, you know how there's different styles, right? Obviously, the different people that are flowing. And, yo, it doesn't always have to be the super lyrical, big words, right? We talk about Black Thought. We talk about people like Ciroc that are referencing the Hebrew Bible and all this other stuff. And this cat's just sitting back telling you about things going on in his life. Like, yo, no encyclopedia needed, my dude.
Ball out every week, bring a different car out. I go to nightclubs and buy the bar out. Cause I keep clean. I'm large on the street scene. Every time I touch my screen, off the print screen. Yeah, Big L, Harlem Spice.
Yo, sick.
Yeah, the nigga who hold it down for uptown.
This how we do it out here on this underground real shit, nigga.
You know, you can argue, but yo, Big Al, man, he's one of the best to do it. You listen to some of his freestyles that are out there, and it's like, yo, man, this cat would have had such a career if, unfortunately, he wasn't gunned down. The unfortunate thing, I think, is one of his lifelong friends actually shot him down. If I'm not mistaken, he was actually eventually charged with a crime. But, you know, that goes to show you, right? You can't trust everyone in your circle, bro. Now, they're all on a boat, but they ain't rowing in the same direction, right? Yo, be careful, right? Be careful who you let in your crew, and be careful who you give your energy to. Yo, if you're a fan of hip-hop, you're a fan of good music, don't forget to like the video, but subscribe to the channel as well.